Secret has been playing, you know, very solid, consistent Dota. The other teams have generally looked a bit shaky at times, especially the kind of like favorites or big names coming into the qualifiers. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, Secret still proverbial favorites on track to take the group.
I'm pretty sure that 4protect 5 also are sitting at the bottom of the bracket, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct. They're 1 and 4, along with Crescendo.
You know what that means, though? If they win this one, it's huge. It's amazing. No, you guys don't look impressed.
You guys couldn't see this, but Gabe just like, you know, slammed the desk with the most intensity I've seen him have yet.
There's been some surprises though. Planet Dog 4 and 1 as a open qualifier team.
And the same thing happening in CIS actually, where M19 is 5 and 0 as the open qualifier team.
Good Execration and SEA, they're 4 and 1. They're an open qualifier team. It's definitely been an impressive showing from some of the open qualifiers.
Champions Cup qualifier teams, not so much.
How's Alliance?
Well, Alliance is a Champions Cup qualifying team,
and they're 2 and 3. They're middle of the pack.
And you've got who was the one in SCA who didn't actually have to play a game?
It was Parker's friends.
Oh yeah, Skate Masters.
Skate Masters are not looking so hot right now.
They're hot garbage. That's what they are.
Skateboarding tricks do not translate to the world of Dota, as it turns out.
Oh no.
They're some good mates, but you know, a bit out of their depth. We're seeing.
And you know, on that note, I want to say when Zyori moved out here originally to join Beyond the Summit, he took his skateboard, you know, in the back of his trunk. I don't think he rode that thing once.
Oh no.
And
Memento, you know.
Then now he's gone. So there you go.
Did he leave it here after he left?
No, he took it with him.
So that's
he took the skateboard and he took the dreads, which he.
I'm glad he took. I thought for a second he'd left the dreads behind. He left a few things, like...
Well, they still have them, you know. That what Shane was wearing Zyori's all dreads in that video.
Are you kidding? I mean, those were real?
Those are his real dreads.
What the f...
I mean, I saw it, I'm like... that's exactly... It's as gross as it sounds. Don't get me wrong, that whole video was fucking hilarious, by the way. Check it out if you haven't, but that was... those dreads are definitely not all that sanitary.
But, you know, skateboards and Dota do not mix, I guess was my point, you know. So if Zyori ever wants to resume his skateboarding career, he's going to have to give up the Dota, man.
Wow. Very cool stuff. I'm loving it. I think that this is sort of, it always feels to me like it's a special time, like you mentioned, the March Madness, and you just get to like really delve into maximum Dota overload. And I'll get into the game actually a little bit. Necrophos gets taken now as well. I feel like this is just sort of both teams kind of feeling each other out. I think that this is something that Team Secret has run a couple of times, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure it's MP that plays the Necro.
Yeah, almost always was the case. I think they ran it originally as kind of like a bristleback counter, with the Reaper Scythe obviously being quite good against him. The passive Aura, what's it called again? Heartstopper. I was thinking Atrophy for some reason, but yeah, Heartstopper are pretty good against tanky heroes. We'll see. The Necrophos can be really dominant or just like a completely lackluster. Ace played it in one of their matches yesterday, and it's one of those things where like you don't quite get the kill, you don't get that extra heal from the Scythe, then the Ghost Shroud doesn't do nearly as much, and then instead of getting like, it's kind of like Bristleback in a way. It's a very snowbally hero in fights if you get ahead, but if you start to die too much, then you fall apart.
I like it for Secret because it feels like they play around mid-1 more than they do MP. MP's like that stable carry player who looks to enable his teammates. Necro's a hero you can leave alone. He's self-sufficient. You don't play around a Necrophos like you're going to play around like an anti-mage or a Spectre or like a proper carry.
It's a lot more self-sufficient, and that's with mid-1 often getting like a TA or someone that you want to stack for, you want to give a good start to.
Yep.
I think it fits them quite well.
It feels like you could just throw a ton of hate onto one dude, too. You got, like, a dual into Reaper Scythe with Blade Mail on the Legion. Like, somebody is going to die. And maybe that's why you take the Omni Knight here, because if you throw a Repel onto it, all of a sudden, you might end up being able to save that one target when there's so much single-target focus from Secret.
The more we see the Necro, the more we may start seeing counters like the Omni Repel. OG is one of the great counters, too. If someone gets repeat, if you can quickly banish them, you save their life. SD is the same thing. There's definitely... That's my biggest issue with Necro as a hero is the fact that Reaper it's an ultimate and it's dodgeable. Like, it's a single target ulti that you could do 0 damage. And that makes definitely the spell theoretically not as good. Oracle, another hero, you Fate's Edict someone, they take 0 damage from it. But we'll see. Omni Knight, it's not necessarily the easiest thing to... You don't necessarily save your Repel for waiting out for that Reaper.
Definitely. And you talked about the OD as well. It feels like it could be a really strong hero in this context. You have 2 different saves, and then on top of that, we've seen what OD and Omni Knight can do. That is just a disgusting combination. So, a couple of bans left if Team Secret decided to do that. Is there any reason that they wouldn't decide to ban out an OD here?
OD Omni is pretty obnoxious.
I'll leave it though.
I feel like they have okay, like they have okay lockdown even with the Omni having the Legion commander, so potentially they consider leaving it in.
Whoa! They're going for some cheese. I mean, Secret lost to cheese yesterday against Mouse, so I think 4protect 5 have picked something up.
Yeah, whenever you see Pugna, the first question is always like, how good is the Nether Ward this game? I think it's pretty annoying for Necrophos. It's really good against Shaker. As he generally wants to like fissure from afar, or if he's going to blink in and drop the whole combo, he's getting zapped repeatedly. Obviously, gives them the push they already had a bit of with the Veno, so Secret going much more in their like wheelhouse comfort zone, mid one, getting that big farmer for mid. Yep. So
we'll see how they deal with the impending push that's coming from 4protect 5. Carry Veno and mid Pugna. This is not a draft that wants to scale and go late game. That is for sure.
It's BO1 Dota. You're playing the best team in the group. Pull out a little slightly cheesy or unexpected draft. I think that's the way you want to go against Secret. You don't want to play them in a straight-up game, generally.
Yeah.
I mean, sure, the players might not want to think that way. You don't have that defeatist mentality.
They're 1-5 or 1-4, whatever was there at the bottom. They're probably not expecting to even make it to the playoffs. They may just be thinking, let's have some fun. Let's do something different.
If you want to have fun, you pick techies. Right?
Yeah, I don't know.
They don't want to get blown away.
Let's not have too much fun. Let's have like a moderate amount of fun.
I just want to see
techies in captain's mode still.
If we have somebody get decrept and then immediately reapered. That's what I want to wait and see if we get through this game. But yeah, I think also it feels like it's a very formulaic draft as far as the way that 4protect 5 want to do this. Is you take down those towers one by one, Veno wards, and then Nether Blast, and it should be pretty easy from there. You guys got predictions? Teams you think got it?
I probably regardless of draft, I would have said Secret coming in. So I'm gonna be honest, based on just the standings and the overall, I think caliber of teams, 4protect 5 just haven't really shown the same level of play of Team Secret.
I don't really feel like the Pugna's that amazing this game, to be honest. They have quite a bit of Decrepify is not really that good. There's so much nuke damage to worry about. The Nether Ward is okay. It's not amazing. Given that they have absolutely no late game as far as damage goes, I'm kind of skeptical about the draft, and then it's Secret, so
right.
I gotta go with Secret here.
Yep. Alrighty. So anything crazy happening lane wise? Doesn't seem like it. Omni's going to be offlane, Sanking 4, which makes sense. KheZu playing the offlane Legion. Yeah. Looks like it's going to be a pretty standard laning set for both the two teams. No aggro lanes, nothing like that. Very curious to see how Slash Strike does on the Pugna.
Definitely. I kind of like this ward placement that you got here for the Radiant as well. It's like a little bit of a unique place, but still gets that vision over where the rune is and any rotations that could come into this safe lane.
Yep. It's a cool spot because you get a tiny glimpse of vision around that bottom shrine, so you can actually, it's a common spot just to walk by when you're kind of going between lanes, so it does give you some very useful vision info.
And this is like my favorite thing too, is Earthshaker played in the support role. You get some boots or windlace early, run around, make things happen, and more importantly, just pick up those bounty runes. If you can get into either early arcanes or a blink dagger, it can kind of make the difference in the game.
He's going to secure top lane for KheZu's Legion too. You just fissure block that first creep wave, and you got like a guaranteed easy lane to farm at your tower, and shouldn't be much that 4P5 can do to stop that from happening at this point.
Cool stuff all around. And early movement out here. We got skills in the mid on the Sand King trying to zone out mid one. I'm not really too surprised to see this. I feel like the key to taking down Secret is just disrupting and making mid one's life hell.
Yeah. He usually gets help. YapzOr generally is on his lane, especially if he's the Shaker rather than the
level 1 disarm plays. I like it. Slash Strike's like, you want that last hit? Nah, I don't think so, bro.
Oh, but Shadow Fiend actually went raises first.
He used it to get the range creep, which he wouldn't have otherwise got. I think given that he's up against Pugna, who's pretty hard to lane against, and a Sand King, who's going to be there too, he just wants to guarantee some CS, even though he won't get souls for it.
Damn.
Obnoxious. Decrep level 1.
It's not very. It's pretty minimal mana cost too. So
yeah.
Oh, the fissure block though. This could end up being something possibly. Nah, they can't quite get there, and
they're gonna take some damage from the creeps at least.
Yeah, nice play by eSkill, is just buying time for the Pugna, so they're not just wailing away at him.
He tanked the damage for poor little Pugna, but that was definitely a well placed fissure from YapzOr with using the big creep wave they had.
Other lanes, not really anything of note. I'd imagine that everybody just sort of farms out pretty evenly. Are they going to be able to find this? They actually get it. Slash strike? Maybe in trouble?
One raise, but don't think they've got the damage. Again, just some good harass, putting him under quite a bit of pressure.
How do you feel about the Pugna nowadays, David? Because I know like the old like TI4 era Pugna, I think RTK ran it Offlane actually, but when we saw the safe like Pugna, he was generally run safe lane, and the whole idea was you pull, you get the double wave with the catapult, and then you can like push the enemy offlane tower super hard. In this game, like, he's a mid Pugna, Shadow Fiend kind of just raised down the waves. Do you feel like he loses some effectiveness nowadays, or you still like the Pugna picks?
I mean, I hang around Giannis, and he freaking preaches how good Pugna is like every single event we're at, so I'm inclined to say it's strong. Giannis is a smart man, but I think the hero can function as a mid or as like a 4-position support. I'm not so sure like he works as well as a carry like he used to, just with the way the metagame has shifted a bit. But I want to say he's good if like in these kind of cheesy push strats. I don't think you want to play him in any kind of other draft too much.
No, Dagon Rush.
I think he's actually less of... I mean, he still pushes, but I think he's much more about the power of Life Drain than the Nether Blast like he used to be.
But that's like, ideally you have someone in front that you're healing with that, right?
Yeah, or I guess, yeah, Pugna's not the total frontliner, and I guess Veno goes for a super tanky build may be the case here, but...
Like, I'm envisioning, like, Bristleback is, like, amazing with Pugna in that regard.
That's gonna probably be the kill right there. Pretty quick and easy. I guess the other thing that you could think about though with the Pugna is it's not like it's gotten so many buffs to being able to give the true sight and stuff, so you can keep vision over a target in a way you wouldn't have been able to. So if you get Aetherlands and that cast range talent, all of a sudden sieging high grounds becomes like a whole new monster where you can't just back out and get fogged.
Yep. We'll see how they can do in this mid lane. Mid one has 24 souls and doesn't really feel like he's being pressured all too much thanks to YapzOr's Shaker.
He's got Burrow.
This Shaker's been very effective. Every fissure at mid. The first 2 fissures deal a lot of damage. The third one got a kill on the Pugna. He helped secure the offlane, and he's almost got Arcane Boots. YapzOr has been fantastic. KheZu's doing great top as well, but all in all, yeah, very, very good, effective Earthshaker play.
Yeah. Tricky thing as a Pugna is you can't really push the tower unless you have the wave there, and Shadow Fiend's always going to be able to just raise the wave down if he gets ahead and has runes, so they may have to either bring like other heroes in or even rotate him to, say, the Venomancer's lane if they want to push.
He even says, screw runes, I'm just going to bottle Crow if he has to. But yeah, level 5 SF is level 3 raises, so a lot of damage from those.
Look out, T-Tors, we got ourselves a Venomancer kill. Stuff happens pretty quickly over there. It kind of interesting too, though, is like this is the thing that I love about this Boots First Shaker is you just run around, get those bounty runes, and now at 4 minutes with Arcanes, he's going to be able to farm super effectively as well. Like he doesn't even necessarily have to go around and make a ton happen on the map. The fact that he's going to be getting this early, it's just going to allow him to scale so much better and get those early items that allow him to be more effective in the mid game.
4P5 have had enough of Shadow Fiend in this mid lane. This smoke designed to find him, but or at least ideally kill him in the mid lane, but
this really needs to work.
Yeah, this is...
I think they can get it. They don't have Glimpse, but they do have Kinetic
Shaker's
Field.
Coming in, though. I think they should be able to kill him here.
Yeah, nice little jump through. Mid one, no great way out of that one. So close. They are going to be able to get the kill on the Disruptor first, but...
You even got XP for that?
Still worth it, I think, for 4protect 5, but nothing comes easy against mid one.
It was some good individual play there, getting the kill before he goes down. And Shaker's like, sweet, I get some XP. YapzOr, the occasional mid laner for secret.
Classic YapzOr. I feel like every time mid one would get ganked, he'd die, he'd get a kill. YapzOr's like, oh, free lane for me now.
Yep. He's like, oh, you're TPing back in? Give me some bottle charges while you're at it.
That's the secret to Secret's 4 position success.
Yeah. Brilliant stuff. So this Omni Knight, he's kind of been left alone down here, getting a decent amount of farm for himself in the off-lane position. It does feel like it's, like you guys said, a very much a lack of scaling on the Dire team. Is this something where, what's the point where you start to make moves together as a team? Is it around like a mechanism for the Omni Knight?
Mech is good. I think it's the levels is probably more crucial than certain items. Definitely, you need items. You need to tank up a bit. Pugna wants to get some treads, some Veil, whatever it may be, an Aether Lens. Veno wants to get, well, actually probably Veno getting the Veil, but they definitely want to get some just stat items and a mech on the Omni to go with some Arcane Boots perhaps, but more than anything, Omni, like, you wanted that like 10 to 15 minute mark where Omni's like level 9, level 10, has maxed out heal, has a couple points in Repel, a single point in Guardian Angel. That's when they start getting strong and scary. Like, Veno hasn't even got his level maxed out Plague Wards yet. You don't really want to force the 5-man push just yet.
I think you go 5 Midases. I don't know what he's talking about.
I like that play.
Midas
Mid one? Oh, they don't quite get him. He jukes him out. Jukes the other way. The okie doke.
Oh,
Mid
dear.
one.
Oh, dear. Ankle's broken.
Yikes.
And Shadow Fiend not known for breaking too many ankles as a hero. Generally, he's considered one of the easier ganks, but not anymore. 1,000 health with that Belt of Giant Strength and Wraith Band.
It's pretty tanky there, able to make it work for himself. And I mean, that's the thing too, like each one of these rotations, you want it to be successful, and if it's not, you're missing out a good amount on the rest of the map, and maybe they're going to be able to even punish over here. YapzOr looking for the Fissure block, he's caught him, and level 6 Duel is going to be there. I'm not sure if they're going to quite be able to bring him down in the duration. It looks like they just want to secure the kill with Frostbite, and
oh, what magic wand?
Maybe?
Damn, that Venom's super tanky.
Question mark? 1100.
He's got another overwhelming odds there, but almost. He just got a courier delivery, which brought out the Circlet and Ring of Protection, so believe that was
maybe? Mid one, they block it off. He actually turns. He might just kill off the Sand King here. Trying to find that kill. Can he get a deny to Ancients or anything? No, looks like he will be able to help in the securing of the kill. That Disruptor first, but the Pugna doing a lot of work here. And
dang, what a bloodbath there.
Yeah, Pugna, the Pugna god. Man,
strong hero.
What a beast.
At early levels. This is, I mean, level 9 Pugna right now, this is a very scary little fella. Hasn't got any points in Netherwood yet, but considering how high level is, he's going to get that soon enough. I kind of would have liked to see like the single value point. In the past, that level 1 Netherwood was really weak, but the big buffs to Pugna that he's seen has seen even just level 1 Netherwood be very effective.
Yeah, I wish they had a little more synergy with the Decrepify. You've got like, what, the pure damage, Omni Heal, that doesn't benefit. I guess the Veno, but it's like all over time, it's not like burst damage.
Yeah, you won't get a whole lot in. It's
like if they had a Necro, it would be sweet.
That's until you get the Dagon. That's when it changes.
It's nice for the slow to help Sanking get. We saw it like he would initiate with Decrep and then Sanking would walk in. I'm a little surprised to see E-skills on Sanking not getting like the Tranquils and the Windlace to go with it. Normally you want all that movement speed. You get up to like 4 or 5 move speed on Sanking with it. But hey, he's got Decrep to make up for it, so.
Totally.
He is really their only initiator, so Sanking sitting pretty far down on the net worth chart.
Yeah.
We'll need a little me time.
Straight into the blink, and MP will TP out, well-timed escape from him as they are full-on committed to this bottom tier 1 tower.
So I like this play because you've got the pushing towards mid. If you commit fully to 1 tower, you might not be able to get it because Veno's so great at being able to just spam out those wards, but pressuring both of them simultaneously, they should be able to secure at least one of these.
They're going to worry about losing their own towers now. Nice glimpse back.
Down, chops the ulti as well. The Burrow Strike comes through, and they are going to be able to get that kill. Shadow Fiend brought down.
That was a great play. He had just used Fissure mid. Mid one like did not respect the glimpse, stuck around a couple seconds too long, and they forced the fight. So normally at the Shaker there, it's kind of hard to go on the Shadow Fiend, but they timed it really well.
Look at this. This is so annoying. Like all these wards just spamming out. He's even blocking the entrance into the jungle almost.
Yeah, this is like when you rotate all your heroes bottom lane, that's normally when this top lane becomes very scary for your carry to stay in without dying, but Veno's one of the probably few carries who can actually stay in that safe lane and not be worried about getting died because he just protects himself with wards.
Alright, well done here. Oh, he got the Decrep off first though, so he's not going to be able to get that, but I think he's still gone. Pugna, not that tank, even used the Echo Slam for that, alright.
Making a statement.
kill secured. YapzOr, meanwhile, well on his way to his blink with the arcanes.
That is very fast timing for a Shaker. It's almost got as much farm as his Necro. And that Necro has not died at all this game.
It's pretty spooky. I just think this hero too, like if you get it sub 15 minutes or so, or right around that timing, like the whole map opens up. And I guess it's a little bit better against this matchup from 4protect 5 because their push is different than a lot of other pushes because it's like slow with Vena wards and stuff. But it's still like if you are pressuring and you end up getting grouped together at any point, that blink will still destroy you.
Omni Knight just farmed like a quad stack down bottom. He suddenly has like almost 4k net worth.
Is this where you go for the Radiance?
If you want to go for that late game strat with pushing heroes, yeah.
Probably not.
Push strat. Let's go for the late game.
Pick those Midases up, grab your Radiance, take that Puppey kill. Oh, quick little glimpse back to safety.
Well, maybe. Okay, he's super gone.
This Pugna already has the Aether Lands. He's looking pretty scary. Aether Ags is going to come at a pretty fast time. 4P5 definitely posing a threat to Secret in this game, given how good of a start they've had. Able to break a couple of tier 1s already without losing more than just the one tier 1 mid.
The big thing.
Puppey is ready to soak up this gank.
Yeah.
Drops down a ward. They're going to get vision. Apparently they're not going to find him. He's just going to little tootle his way out of there. But the thing that's so scary about this too for me, for Secret, is that like it doesn't really feel like there's a lot of opportunities for 4protect 5 to misplay. Like it's a very clear-cut way that they pressure around the map with this mechanism up.
Problem is, like, as soon as you lose one fight, you lose a lot. Like, they've got to basically not lose any team fights. This game is how I see it. If they're ever going for a push and they lose a big team fight, it's almost game over when you have these kind of push strats.
It's a lot of pressure to operate under, too.
Yeah. We'll see. They are going, like, it looks like all in for the early game items. The Veil queued up on Veno, the Mech on Omni, the Pugna straight into the Aether Lands. Everyone's kind of going for the earliest, most cost-effective core item they can purchase.
So that was a Veil on the Necro, right?
Yeah, he's got one.
That's super value this game.
That's not the person that you want to get caught right at the start. Omni goes down.
Had a nice deep ward, giving some vision there.
Is Veno going to stay here?
He wants to defend this tower as long as possible, but also make sure, obviously, he doesn't want to die, and he doesn't feel too safe here anymore. SF is actually pretty good at clearing these wards with all his damage.
Oh. Uh-oh. KheZu's in a little trouble here.
Take the blink away. YapzOr?
These Decrepifies have been pretty game-saving.
Well, they aren't going to go any further. They get the root off. They burrow strike up towards the hill and won't be able to find him there. There's a really good play. Static Storms drop so they can't end up breaking the TP.
They're styling. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, it's not like a win because they don't get a tower, they don't get kills, but that's still some stylish plays.
Yeah, plus style points.
Yeah, the burrow to the cliff TP out and then the Static Storm TP out. I'm definitely enjoying it.
Meanwhile, mid one with the, I'll just push your tower down top for free and farm wherever I want play, but yeah style points.
They're losing on farm a bit with the push strat. They're not taking enough towers. They're definitely doing okay for their strat execution, just not quite at that sweet spot.
I don't think they've gotten nearly enough done, to be honest.
Yeah,
I love Pugna. I enjoy the hero, but with the lineup they have around them, they're really on a very limited timer here.
There's still a tier 1 standing up top. Like, I think that if you're going to do it, you need to change the momentum pretty radically when Mechanism comes out, and having Blink is going to be that other sort of, catalyst to big plays around the map, but they need to make sure that they hit it perfectly, and they won't quite catch the Disruptor. We'll see. Next couple minutes are going to be game-defining.
Is that a Quelling Blade Disruptor?
Oh my god. Look at that damage. It's pretty good, but won't find the kill.
I don't know about the Quelling Blade.
What is that? I was like, is there Nature's Prophet in this game?
Who is the Quelling Blade?
Dewarding, but that's your range hero,
You're a strong, like 500 something range hero, right? Why do you go Quelling Blade Disruptor?
Make some sneaky plays through trees. It's
yeah, you can go for the flank kinetic field, I guess.
Yeah, I didn't see how early. Maybe he got it really early on and was using it to hide in trees and stuff.
Oh, poor Veno. gone yet again. They're going to get the cosmetic on him.
God, that thing is like literally half the screen. That is absurd.
It's cool looking, man. You got to see it.
That's a pay-to-win item right there. That's a big morale booster for your team when you kill someone with that. The heavens light up and let your opponents know they are dead.
All right,
KheZu's scum.
KheZu's set up down here as well, and there's kind of a big wraparound. Shadow Fiend does have his TP in, so 4protect 5 might need to back out. Oh wait, they glimpsed him away. All right, no Shadow Fiend for this fight. Burrow Strike. They're on to 2. They got the duel as well, keeping him out. Echo Slam. Oh no! Secret. Are they going to be able to do this? I think that they can clean this one up. MP's taking a lot of damage though, but the Ghost Shroud backing out. KheZu is fairly low, and now they survived through the first salvo.
KheZu wants to go back in.
Thinking about it. They want to jump. It's still scary, and now there's going to be the catch with the fissure. That one might be the death of him, and looks like the Sand King will be able to escape.
That was with glimpsing back the Shadow Fiend, who's by far the biggest part of Secret's team fight.
That's the you lose one team fight and your push strat and your game may be over. That was the team fight. I'm very concerned for 4P5 now.
Oh no, the Disruptor Quelling Blade isn't here. What are they going to do?
Quickly.
Oh,
smoke your way down there.
Oh.
He died to the death, or rather the Heartstopper aura.
Yeah, that's...
Where's that Quelling Blade when you need it?
It's a rough fight. MP?
He caught one. Okay.
Hood. He's more than okay.
They pop the Veno ulti.
Reaper.
Another Fisher. It's a double kill for MP, and this is the part where Secret can maybe even put the pedal to the metal if they want to. Yep, KheZu catches Disruptor Gonzo. Disruptor, maybe turn this back around with the D-Crab.
Oh.
No.
Even KheZu survives, gets some healing from MP, and...
The nature of these lineups is like after that sequence of events, it's probably like a 5 to 10% chance of turnaround for 4protect 5 here, I want to say.
You miss your window. This is where you do go for the plan B, the Midas strat. I think you can no longer win based off purely pushing. You gotta... I guess Omni's the one hero that can buy Omni and Venom could both theoretically get Midases, but your timing window to win this game was in the first 15 to 20 minutes. Not that you had to have them GG out, but you definitely wanted to be ahead, taking towers, winning fights, not down 14 to 6.
Need that Disruptor eggs.
I mean, that's the thing too, though, is it's like so many of the top teams nowadays are. They have those outs in other areas of their drafts. If you fully commit to this, like you can itemize now to deal with deficiencies in your draft, like the drums on CM, another way to help make her tanky and formidable in the early stages. And I get best of one, so you know it's just sort of one of those Hail Mary type of things.
They're all magic damage, and that's where Necro having a pipe, fast BKBs on both SF and Legion Commander is going to render this 4P5 draft pretty useless. But another smoke gank. They're going to see if they can catch Secret by surprise, and fortunately for them, YapzOr is in a great spot to reveal it.
Oh no. He's just going to walk away. Yep. Alright. Well.
Pops it, blinks out, glimpse, not going to find anyone.
Ugh. It hurts. I mean, they're going to get set up again for this tower. There's not really any plan B.
You can like smell the desperation. You know, it's like shit. We haven't itemized to take it late. We didn't pick the right lineup to go late. Let's just all in mid, boys.
Yeah, and you got a CM and a Legion split pushing your side lanes here, while an Earthshaker can like almost solo defend this mid.
I repeat, you have a CM aggressively split pushing your side lanes here.
Puppey's loving this.
Puppey's gonna crack open a drum charge here. You know, get those auto attacks going.
He's going back for the Glimmer Cape afterwards, too. There's a Burrow, an opening, a Static Storm as well, and they are going to get off that Reaper's Sight to turn it back around. Sand King gone, mid one, happy as hell.
Had the pipe. That was too much.
Yeah, there's the duel onto Veno. This is looking quite bad. They pop the Guardian Angel, doesn't even matter. That feels so bad. Jesus.
Game probably gets pretty ugly here on out with how farmed the cores are. It's not even just about the farm discrepancy, it's about how unkillable Secret's heroes are because of their current items and the lineup composition of the Dire side. They just have not got items or heroes that can deal damage through these BKBs and this spell resistance.
Well, 16 to 6, 11k net worth, 15k experience. It's a rough one, but 4protect 5, you know, they put up an admirable fight so far. This is the point where I'm normally like, so where would we go?
I could feel you like just, you know, scraping that spoon into like the very bottom of the bowl. It's like surely there's got to be like something edible down here, you know, some sort of silver lining. They're dead. Yeah. It's over.
Pugna played well. I was impressed by him. He definitely showed some promise in terms of just what he got done and how everything worked out. But yeah,
this was a learning game. No, I mean, you know, I think like their individual play was honestly fine in a lot of cases. Just pretty difficult to execute draft.
Yeah, very unforgiving, and they're versing a team that is definitely not going to be thrown off by these kind of push strats.
All right, here we go.
The Calling Blades in action. He's dug himself into the trees.
This is the play. You glimpse them all away and take their tower.
You glimpse them when they TP back and just break high ground.
All right.
Well, if we can't have Dota, we always have James Bond to keep us warm at night.
That's true. Dancing Dragon.
What's your favorite James Bond movie, Gabe?
I am a big fan of Austin Powers.
That's not a James Bond movie.
Should be.
Is that like your way of saying you hate James Bond?
No, I like James Bond. I like some of them. They get a little bit cliche after a while. What's the new one? Like the Spectre. That was pretty okay.
Are you a superhero movie guy?
Yeah.
Even though they're a little cliche?
Get out of here.
You're okay with that?
Yeah, I'm okay with that. It's cheesy cliche, though.
Everyone has their different cliches they're okay with, and then they'll bash on other people's cliches.
Exactly.
Yeah. I'm okay with all cliches.
I like James Bond sometimes. Austin Powers is my brand of cheesy and great.
Bit of an EU burrow strike here, and now the turnaround. Uh-oh.
They're going to stare at each other for a little bit. E-Skill's eventually going to die, nonetheless. So, Tower's starting to drop 17 to 6, 14,000 net worth lead. The pain very evident to everybody watching the stream right now.
Secret. Still being very disciplined, going through the motions, not being too over-aggressive.
In this format, you do not want to fuck around.
Okay. It's a mentality thing, you know? It's like, even if they know they've won this game, if they start clowning around by like a Radiance on SF, they'll still win, but it puts you in it's the wrong mindset for your later matches today.
And they lost a cheese game against them earlier in this qualifiers as well, so like you can't afford to lose anything at this point.
Certainly true. Have they already played M19? That was
That's CIS.
Yeah.
Different region.
Oh, what am I thinking about?
No, it's confusing.
No, they haven't played M19
I'm so used
yet.
to Europe and CIS being in the same region, even though Kiev was different. Yeah. My brain is not in the right place.
I think the team that's looking really good is a lot of people...
Planet Dog.
Planet Dog, and I think less Planet Dog, more Singularity.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people have high hopes for them being like a top 2, top 3 finisher. I've seen a lot of people's predictions, including them. I don't think Secret's played Singularity. Not sure on that one. That's Secret's next match. So that's the third match in Europe today is Singularity versus Secret. That's a big one.
Definitely.
Okay. Yeah, that could potentially decide the group.
Oh, the wraparounds. They are going to beat them in their own base? I don't know. Puppey's just... he's doing what he wants.
Won't find any kills off of that.
It feels like they're just very content with taking the slow roll approach. I mean, that's the thing too, is that like it's not always like the most enticing things for the viewers, but like teams pick Naga Siren, you know? You want to win, and that's what's most important for the teams as well, is making sure that they're, you know, constantly dotting their I's, crossing their T's. It's the way to be.
You got it. Things win you games, you go ahead and pick them or play it like that.
What does it say about you if you cross your I's and dot your T's? What does that mean?
You've done something wrong then, LD.
With your life or just with your penmanship?
Certainly your schooling.
Like, what does that say about your, like... Yes. That's where the NA education really comes out.
That is, we're in Europe here, LD. You know, we've got proper public education and... no. Well, Secret ready to go high ground, perhaps? What's this disruptor? Okay, putting down some super deep observer wards on the Radiant side.
When they're going, this one's going to be ready for it.
He is playing for that 60-minute comeback, you know.
He just like ran across the entire map, put down that ward, and then TP'd home. I don't know what that ward does for you when you're in your base, but we'll find out.
Maybe if they like are going out and they want to make one big smoke play, that little bit of vision lets them know if somebody's heading by. Like, you play for the 0.0001% here.
You catch someone in the lane trying to push out a side lane and then BOT back mid, and you glimpse him back, and then he's not there to join his team. You TP home. No, they don't have BOTs yet, I don't think. I'm just saying when they have the BOTs.
I was talking about boots in general. Like it's a poverty game at this point.
Yeah, Disruptor, he's there. That Quelling Blade helped him out, get there a little bit. He's doing all right, but yeah,
oh, Shadow Blade YapzOr.
That's definitely a fun time to be an Earthshaker.
That's supposed to be a 4-position Earthshaker, but YapzOr always finds his farm.
I mean, they're pushing out across the map. Like, if there's a way for them to win this game at all, it's taking down those towers one by one, and
they got the ward for it. They're ready to fight this.
This is what the ward is for. It's here.
This ward will actually pay off if they can, put themselves in this position now.
All right, YapzOr, he's going to scout it all out. Does he break it before he
have a sentry?
They realize now because there's the nether ward on him.
Okay.
They have more wards to drop as well. There's the Burrow Strike onto 3.
Oh, that was a brilliant Burrow Strike.
Into nothing, into him dying. Yeah, that's bye. See you later, buddy. That hurt. Maybe, though, they're taking down YapzOr.
Yes, getting brought down low, but...
Yeah, this is
even his
really
Quelling Blade can't save him. Ouch.
Now they got Omni Knight trying to run away. YapzOr, just not really anything he needs to be worried about. He might need to worry about Purification Heal. No, it's not even going to be enough. They take him down. Yeah, Secret are just running over him. This hurts. That's how it goes, though. That type of draft.
Yeah, it's tough. Once you go for the early game draft and you don't manage to take down those towers, snowball off of the early game income, and then you're trying to play into the late game with a draft that's not designed to do that, you're going to find yourself in a rough spot.
Oh, God. Puppey blinks up first, and there's the ulti. Drop down onto a head. He's going to get silenced, but Winner, Epicenter, just tickling that Shadow Fiend, giving him a back rub. Looks like this might end up being the tower drop-in or just more kills all over the place.
Yeah, he'll even blink forward. Static Storm was used, so not easy to defend, but Necro has to be a little bit careful. Oh, they caught Pugna. That was the one danger hero for them pushing high ground, and with him dead, I think that may seal the deal for this mid lane.
Oh, God. More and more. GG is called. 29 minutes. I think at 18 we were saying it was over pretty much, but they play it out, and Secret continue to prove that they're top team in Europe right now.
Oh, they got spanked. I think looking back on it, like, you imagine that the Pugna played fine as an individual hero.